What's up, my guys, and welcome back. I'm your host, Cody, and this is the Wrasslin Report Card. And if you heard that intro, it only means one thing, that yes, unfortunately, you stumbled on yet another terrible YouTube channel. But hey, that sounds more like a you problem than a me problem, okay? What we do on this show is I take a wrestling show, I break down each match, I give them each a letter grade, and at the end, I tally them some bitches up to give that show its own report card. So tonight, we're talking the February 22nd edition of AEW Dynamite, and I tell you what, did we have a stacked card or what? We find out that Adam Cole will be making his in-ring return in March. I can't wait for that. We also have a legendary promo between MJF and Bryan Danielson before MJF beats that boy's ass at Revolution. Sorry, but y'all know that's what's gonna happen. That's what happened with Roman. Did the Sami Zayn. I told y'all and you down to me, but hey, let me get off that train. And in our main event, we had Jon Moxley taking on Evil Uno, and we had a banger of an opening match as Orange Cassidy defending his All-Atlantic Championship. Plus, we had a 20-man tag team battle royale where the winners insert themselves in that fatal four-way at Revolution for the tag team belts. And oh, by the way, Tony Khan's huge announcement, total bullshit, so don't get your hopes up for that. Well, anyways, as y'all can tell, we got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, buckle up your seatbelts and let's get to grading. Starting us off tonight, we got some gold up for grabs as Orange Cassidy puts that All-Atlantic Championship on the line against Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club. And Orange Cassidy was off to a hot start, controlling most of this match early on until Claudio came down and then just slapped old Wheelsy in the face. And I tell you what, that really lit a fire under his ass. Yuta started whooping his little orange ass all over the arena, but then Cassidy got his hands in the pockets, and that crazy sumbitch just started flying around like a spider monkey. Then we come back from the break, and I shit you not, Orange Cassidy was legit hugging Wheeler Yuta in the middle of the ring. And how does that jerk respond? Oh, Wheezy just headbutted him. I mean, how are you gonna do that to my guy? The two then just start trading suplexes, elbows, even a little bit of saliva. I think it's safe to say I don't think they like each other much anymore. Wheeler Yuta then tried to pick up a quick win with the pile driver, but Cassidy was able to click out. After another close near fall from Yuta, Cassidy landed the orange punch, but now it's Yuta kicking out. Then boom, beach break again. Yuta kicks out, so the champ loaded up one last dose of that orange punch and delivered it, this one with a little extra mustard on that sumbitch, which ended up being enough to allow the Orange Cassidy to retain that their All-Atlantic Championship and get the 1, 2, 3. Then, after the match, Cassidy went to get another hug from Yuta. However, once again, Claudio came down and then said to Yuta, hey, we ain't gonna do all that. This guy just beat you. I don't want you hugging him. And I really like that from Claudio. We gotta keep it real. Well, for that opening match right there, I'm gonna give it an A-. And I think it's safe to say that both these guys made a claim that they need more time on TV, especially AEW Dynamite, because that's where we get most of the viewers. Well, we gotta keep it moving, because up next, we got Ricky Starks making his way down to the ring. And I've got some good news, boys. After 7 years of battling Chris Jericho, Ricky Starks announced that he will finally be moving on. Let's all praise God. He then announced that he has an open contract for anyone in the back who wants to take Ricky Starks on at the Revolution pay-per-view. And damn it, I knew it was too good to be true. I just knew it, because the next thing you hear is Judas, and down came Chris Jericho. He said, hey, Ricky Stark, you ain't done with Chris Jericho until Chris Jericho says so. But at this time, Peter Avalon ran out, tried to answer that open challenge, but all he got was the Judas effect, courtesy of the demo god. Jericho then walked up, got up in Stark's face, and said, maybe I'll accept your little challenge. However, Stark said, why can't you beat me without your little J asshole buddies? So Jericho said, I'll beat you without them. Hell, we can make it a stipulation banning JAS from ringside, but I don't have a pin. And then Starks did his best Ron Simmons impression when he simply said, damn. Well, guess what? I got a pin, so let's make this official. He handed the pin over to Chris Jericho, and y'all know what he did. He made us all feel happy, because he grabbed that sumbitch, and you just made the list. Okay, he didn't say that last part, probably due to copyright reasons, but man, you cannot lie and say that that did not make you feel good, brother. And I gotta say, for as long as this has been going on, that really felt fresh to me. I like that they can keep doing it, and hopefully this all comes into an end at Revolution. So for that little promo battle there, I'm gonna give it a B. Well, up next, we got tag team action as we got the Acclaimed taking on the firm's Big Bill and Lee Moriarty, where the winner will induct themselves in that fatal four-way match at Revolution. So the Acclaim started off by opening the can of whoop ass all over Mr. Tiger style, but after the break, the Ass Boys came out, and this distraction allowed Lee to tag in Big Bill, who took the momentum back just like that. The Ass Boys then made their presence felt ringside as they just started whooping up on their own daddy ass, and the ref couldn't do nothing because Billy Gunn wasn't even in the match to begin with. I mean, who raised those two? Anyways, even with all that though, it wasn't enough because Bones was still able to set Max Caster up for the mic drop. He hit it, they get the 1, 2, 3, and the Acclaim have inserted themselves in that fatal 4-way coming up at Revolution. Now for that match right there, I'm going to give it a C+. My only downside is a lot of the action did take place during the commercial break, so I bet everybody live there in Phoenix would probably get that a lot better grade. We got to move on because immediately after the match, we got Tony Schiavone up on the ramp, who was set to interview the returning Christian Cage, but before he could even get a word out, Jungle Boy came flying in, laying a smackdown on Christian. He then put him in the concerto position, but Jungle Boy took a little bit too long being conflicted, and the old saying stands true that nice guys always finish last. As Jungle Boy was standing there, chair in hand, Christian just reached up, hit him with a low blow, and I bet Jungle Boy wish he would have just followed through because he got his head cracked open by that same chair as Christian was just bouncing his skull off of it over and over and over again. For that angle right there, I'm going to give it a B-. Christian, you are a sick man. And I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I cannot wait until these two throw down. My only question is, where the hell is Luchasaurus? When is he coming back? And what the hell is he gonna do? Well, let's flip over to the women's division, because up next, we got Saraya taking on Sky Blue. And long story short, Sky Blue had this one in the bag until Saraya's pal Tony Storm showed up, did a great job distracting the ref. And then when Sky Blue went over and knocked the hell out of Tony Storm, she didn't see Saraya behind her, who snuck up, got her in the page breaker submission, or whatever the hell it's called, and Sky Blue had no choice but to tap out. After the match, Storm and Saraya went to grab that damn green spray paint, but thankfully down came Britt Baker and the AEW champ Jamie Hayter to run them off. However, as Saraya and Storm were making their escape halfway up the ramp, out came Ruby Soho, but the question remains, whose side is she on? Well, I think the answer is simple. Ruby Soho doesn't care about sides. All she wants is that AEW championship from Jamie Hayter. Now for that right there, I'm going to give it a B-. Again, this NWO style theme that they got going on with this storyline is one of my favorites going on in pro wrestling right now behind the bloodline. But I've been saying it and I'm going to keep saying it. Storm and Saraya, they need a mouthpiece. They need their Hulk Hogan. Until they get that, this is still going to stay low like these B-. Once that happens though, hey, to the moon, baby. Well, up next, it's the moment of the night. We got Bryan Danielson, who he came out and was saying some corny shit in the ring, and I gotta ride with my guy Taz on this one. I'm tired of hearing this guy talk, man. Don't nobody want to sit here and listen to a Bryan Danielson, whatever the hell his name is, promo. You know what his name is? His name is the guy who's going to get his ass beat by MJF in the Iron Man match at Revolution. That's his name, okay? I don't care what y'all want to call him. American Dragon. MJF going to be dragging these... never mind. I'll get on my high horse there. Anyways, thankfully, MJF came out and spared us all from that and gave us yet another just generational promo. He started off saying the AEW championship, that's the only thing that keeps him from popping a handful of pills and calling it a day. And you want to take this from me? He says, all these fans may love you, but I hate you. Why do I hate you? Because after all the injuries, all the concussions, you still get in the ring. I mean, that's pretty selfish and unfair to your wife and children. Speaking of Danielson's kids, MJF then looked in the camera and started talking to them, ultimately saying that he's going to give Dada a present. And what present is that? MJF decided to step in the ring to tell him this one face to face, and that Bryan Danielson's present will be early onset CTE, and he couldn't even finish the full sentence before he could say CTE. By God, Bryan Danielson came unglued, and we got an all-out brawl between the champ and his challenger going on in the ring. And this wasn't no episode of Dynamite right here. This was an all-out Muskogee ballroom brawl on Tuesday night at 2 a.m. in the parking lot, brother. It took at least 20 security guards to come out and separate these two madmen, and they were still going after each other. MJF decided he finally had enough as he rolled out of the ring, but he didn't see that Danielson did the same thing, and he came running around the corner and laid his ass out, man. What a segment right there. That's getting an A+, hands down, no arguments about it at all. That couldn't have been executed any better. And MJF, he is just a grade A dick bag. Can I say that on here? Yeah, I can say that on here. This is my show. I'll say whatever I want. And how do you follow that up? Hell, just throw 30 guys in the ring and watch them beat the shit out of each other in a tag team battle royale. And this was dope, my guy. And don't forget, in the tag team battle royales, both partners have to get thrown over the top rope for that team to be eliminated. And we even got a Mark Briscoe sighting in this thing. And why the hell did Aussie Open fly all the way in from Australia to not even make the top 5? I'd be pissed, my guy. Anyways, after we watched Ray Phoenix kick Rush's teeth down his throat, and we got a curse from my guy Dan Houser, we were down to the final 6 guys. So Butcher started off. He eliminated Martin. Phoenix got rid of Butcher, but he didn't see Jay Lethal, who snuck up behind him and eliminated him. So now it's just Lethal and Jarrett taking on Trent Beretta of the Best Friends with a spot in that Fatal 4-Way at Revolution on the line. And by God, Trent sent both of them flying over the top rope. But the 7'4" Satnam Singh was Johnny on the spot as he saved them both. They then thought they got rid of Trent, but Orange Cassidy caught him up on his shoulder, saving him, and then boom, out goes Lethal. So now it's just Double J, it's Trent Beretta, and after yet another save from the giant Satnam Singh, Double J was able to punch his team's ticket into that Fatal 4-Way at Revolution, joining that ass boys, the Acclaimed, and the 4th team, who will be announced next week on AEW Dynamite. Woo, I'm out of breath right there. For that Battle Royale, I'm going to give that a B+, man. I thought that was really entertaining. And I know a lot of people are mad anytime Double J wins anything at all, but come on. This was fun, and having him and Lethal in that Fatal 4-Way is going to be intriguing, to say the least. Well, next up, we got Tony Khan's big announcement. So we go backstage to Uncle Tony, who passed it over to Adam Cole, baby, who announced that every Wednesday after Dynamite, there will be a new 1-hour TV show called AEW All Access. Yeah, that was the big announcement. Like, Rampage came and break 300K, and that's our announcement. Whatever. The good news coming out of this is Adam Cole did announce that he will be making his in-ring return in March. So I guess that saves it a little bit. For that right there, I'm going to give it a C-. Like, how many times has Tony Khan promised a big announcement and then it's some bullshit like this? Like, whatever. I mean, for everything he has done for wrestling over the last couple years, I will give Uncle Tony a pass on this one. So, whatever. That's enough for the talk, because it's time for the main event. We got Jon Moxley taking on Evil Uno, and Evil Uno made Hangman Page promise not to get involved in this match in any way, shape, or form. And in the biggest shocker of the year, Evil Uno actually beat Jon Moxley to bleeding first in this match. I got you right there, didn't I? He damn near won this bitch though with a sit-out pile driver, but my guy was losing a lot of blood, so Mox was able to regroup, apply the Bulldog choke, and the ref had no choice but to call the match. And Moxley did not let go after the rest called it, which led to the Dark Order and the Blackpool Combat Club to run down, and we got an all-out brawl going on leading up to Revolution. Then boom, Hangman's music hitting. I hope that wasn't his new theme. I just hope that was an error. And by God, just weeks before their match at Revolution, Texas Death Match at that, these two were just throwing down. I tell you what, that's how you end the show right there. For that main event, I'm going to give it a B-. And honestly, it was just kind of hard to follow up that MJF promo and that Battle Royale. So those guys really did good for the spot that they were given. Well, y'all know what time of the show it is. We've got all the grades in. Now let's take a look at the report card. After tallying everything up, we came out with a final letter grade of a B. That's right, at 84%. I mean, other than that Tony Khan announcement, that was a really good episode of Dynamite. And just like all the Sami Zayn fans, all you Daniel Bryan fans, go ahead and live it up. Because come Revolution, MJF is retaining, just like my guy Roman Reigns did. You can be mad all you want. Well, once again, I want to give a shout out to my guy Bobby Knifehawk supplying the music, man. Every video I got his tunes playing. Go check him out on SoundCloud. Other than that, I hope all y'all stay safe and have a nice day.